Prompty is a collaborative. Prompty is a collaborative prompting game system for together fun.
That was in there.
You have all.
You wrote that. I didn't write that.
What happened to the heroes?
Oh, it's hidden.
Okay, there you go.
That's so good.
You can hide it again. It's an Easter egg.
Henry had a complicated meeting with John, but he loves him now.
We made it work. You know, it was a negotiation, and
loves him now.
Came around.
Apparently, I was lumped into the skunk cohort because there was a skunk here earlier, and so I was just kind of triggered some stuff.
Yeah, Henry thought he was part of the skunks for a second.
Doesn't like those kinds. Thanks for cleaning this up. Cool. All right.
Yeah. Where are we? I think we pick up with the settings page, more or less. Although, kind of don't have like all the components done yet, so really kind of anywhere. But maybe let's start with a quick tour just to refresh where exactly we are.
Sure. And catch Arthur up too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I did just pop open a fresh Notion doc if we do want to document anything that we get done today there.
Sweet.
Just pulled in your next steps, John.
Perfect. And where's that link?
I'll drop it into Discord.
Cool. So I guess Arthur and the rest of us would probably have us mostly refreshed. What we kind of did was we took Prompty, like the current local group instance, and we just scaled back or up one level so that now like the homepage of Prompty is like a list of all the Prompty instances that you are a part of. In this case, we have test and ostrich, and this is a way to create a new one, which was still not linked up, but it's like group/create. Gives us a form to create a new instance, and that's like a signed transaction, and then that would take us to like this actual instance. And so the URL structure changed a little bit. We have like /group/ID of the group now, and this is the old view. So this is just a list of active prompts, but now it's like filtered down only to this group. And there's also a settings page that I think is probably only visible with this. There we go, settings link. And in here, we're gonna have a couple things, a way to add like specific people. This will be like this sort of interactive dynamic list with some ENS validation and well, like address validation and ENS fetching. And then it will also have like group name, description, visibility. So a couple super simple. I think that might be like what would be good to get that scaffolded today. Right now, all we have is like this really janky version of the add list, which it was towards the end of the last session, and we could pick it up from there. And then the header is now a little bit dynamic in that it like will sort of pull in the logo and name of the actual instance that we're in instead of the Prompty. So if we're at home, like total root, then we're Prompty. But if we're inside of it, it'll be like the actual name of it and the logo from an image. But we don't have like the image stuff in yet. And I think that's roughly it. That's where we're at. So
Is this on
setting.
Is this on Polygon now? It's using Matic.
It's still on Mumbai. Yep. I think it was on Mumbai. We might have been on a
On
different test before.
Rinkeby before, I think.
Yeah, it's on Rinkeby.
I don't know why CJ decided to change it.
Yeah, I know. At least one of them for sure is getting deprecated. I'm not sure. It might have been Rinkeby. Then
Let's see.
they're
Yeah,
funneling
Rinkeby is getting deprecated. Yeah.
Bullshit. I'm Rinkeby rich.
Yes. Sadly, those will. You better spend them. Spend them while you can.
Oh yeah.
Lots of prompts.
It'll be very difficult.
Yeah, so many prompties.
Very long prompties, maybe.
Mhm.
So settings page. Trying to remember like kind of where we left off in terms of the behavior of this.
So we were
Drop down.
gonna, yeah. So I think the logic was basically add member. You click add member, that drops in the input. The add member button disappears, and
Mhm.
then we were gonna have like some submit button or enter. It would validate it there. If valid, then add it to the list. Add member button reappears.
Yep, that sounds right.
And that's where we started getting gummed up because logic overload.
Yeah, it was hit our limits. First thing I'm going to do is make sure this query is not erroring because it was unhappy.
What did CJ do?
Oh yeah, let me
Okay.
pull that down. I think there was a few different changes. Good to review those. Let's see. Oh, we might already have that. There's a bunch of stuff around state and add member button.
Yep.
So let's just make sure running here. There. Yeah, I'll fix that later. Okay. That looks like it's working. I think this is like purely local address management and there's no validation happening yet. So, and we don't necessarily, to do validation here.
Which we don't need right now.
Yeah, because people can just be careful with the addresses they add.
Cool. All right. So how's that structured? Like can you look at how that button is coming in there?
So add member is this one. So if you don't have a state, then
yeah, because we'll probably want to move the button up near the input.
that should be pretty easy. You mean like into the actual field?
Yeah, I'm just making sure that it's not.
Yeah, as far as I can tell. Although the last time we did try this, we had it yell at us because it didn't like child components within the input, so we might have to start
you're gonna have to put it afterwards. And then probably put all that in a div or something.
Got it.
There we go. Perfect. but well.
I wonder how you're supposed to resolve a list of ENS domains because they're all hooks, and I don't think any of the. Well, I guess we can modify the use ENS name hook to take in an array.
Hmm. I guess it's also possible we might want to cache them.
Well, I think they are cached. I think you have that hook there and use ENS. It's in your thing on the left side there.
Oh, right.
Down. It's the last one on that list. Oh, there you go. Yeah, here. So
Mhm.
it does do caching, but we probably just need to modify that to be addresses in a string array, which will then resolve them in a loop.
Nice. Okay. Again, yeah, not sure we need to get that in at the moment, but
No,
good thing to.
I was just thinking out loud.
All right, that seems to be kind of working.
Cool. Can you pull that confirm then? Just
Yep.
for cleanliness sake. And then yeah, Jordan and I can take a run at cleaning it all up.
There could be some validation on the button. Oh God, where did our this might be an end. Yeah, there's. All right. Let's add some
Do we want to add the remove to the list?
Yeah, that should be pretty easy.
Yeah.
Map. It's going to be in here. I imagine since we're already got a div.
Yeah.
A little terrifying, but
Fine. The messier it is, the more satisfying it is to clean up.
that's very true. That is very true.
I worked as an engineer who would put the ugliest temp graphics possible, and that stuff got cleaned so quick. Just fluorescent and just got brown, and dude, that got handled.
Just,
Brown is bold.
it's called weaponizing OCD.
Jonah, you don't want to call that function, by the way.
Oh, just specify.
Oh, but if you need to pass a string, then you need to call the function inside of a function.
Yeah, so I was actually wondering about that because we don't necessarily know which one it is. We might have to pass in either an index or the string itself, which might even be better since we're not keeping an index, I think, on the responders right now. I think it's just an array of addresses.
You have two options. One is because it's a button, you can just call it, just call a function inside, and then just pass the responder.id in.
Oh.
Yeah, just do that.
Or it would just be just responder, I think, because it's just a string.
Oh yeah, that's fine too.
You don't even need that. Every time autocomplete does this thing.
I was about to say you could use a dot filter, and I'm like, oh my god, I read my mind.
You're too slow.
Yep.
Copilot already knows.
That's crazy.
So there is something kind of funny where if we have two of the same string right now, it removes both because we are using it just a basic filter. But I also assume we'll just validate to avoid adding in duplicate strings. So I'll just add it in here somewhere. Validation.
I mean, you can probably just do it right now. Just do a new responder or do allowed responses that includes new responder and then return if it is.
You mean in here?
Yeah, right there. Just do. Yeah, dot includes. Then just early return. It's gonna be weird because it
Magic.
doesn't do anything.
Well, yeah, I guess in the future that the little check mark will like turn disabled or something, and it'll have like a little
Yeah.
tooltip or whatever. Okay, a bit of a component here.
Yeah.
You probably need to
Okay.
clear the new responder before
Mhm.
returning. So just in online, yeah, just instead of that, just do set new responder empty string, then return.
Mm-hmm. Good.
I think these will become members as well.
Yep.
Linguistic OCD. Had to get it out. Now it's out. Yeah,
Terminology matters, man.
that's what I've heard. Mike Boyle was talking about the guild stuff, I guess, as like group management or something. Don't know if he's, I guess like the bigger communities are probably using that for the multi-sig stuff. That's what we were using, right?
Yeah, I was wondering about the guild. I don't think I've used that. We used Gnosis, unless we were using Gnosis Guild, which is actually
I
possible.
think so.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, maybe. Not sure.
I feel like ours was like less opinionated than this one. This one looks a little fancy.
Well, they, went through and jazzed it up with all kinds of crazy.
Yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah.
I don't know if they're doing themselves any favors with that, but
Calendar. That's what the calendar looks like.
no, Gnosis Guild is the name of the thing. I don't know. It's too much translation for right now. Oh, what the hell were we using? That would be good to know because relational.eth is in that.
Yeah.
Oh, Gnosis safe.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. Maybe that's what he meant. But yeah, whatever. There's some group protocol probably, and then I imagine they'll build out a lot of this like permission stuff. Roll it ourselves for now.
This might be because our instance data doesn't exist until later. We had this issue somewhere.
You probably just need to make it string or undefined.
Sense. Okay.
I think unlisted now instead of private until we get the
Mhm.
encryption or whatever in there.
Arthur, if we're trying to pull a
It
select,
should be. It should be
okay,
event
it should be in there?
target dot value. Yeah.
Mm,
However, I think you probably want to do not an on select. It's supposed to be an on change.
mm. Yeah, that's got it. Still not happy because I guess
Yes, because you have or public.
happen to see them.
You type. Yeah, your type in there probably just make a string.
Mhm. And we don't need validation here because it's select, which means we can only
Mhm.
we'll have our values preset. Okay,
There we go. TypeScript is not complaining anymore.
always a good sign. I guess we need a yeah. The type. Our last one.
Make that a text area.
Hmm.
Actually, don't know. How long do you think these things will be?
I think you can pass a
Doesn't
number of
matter.
lines into there or something like that. Or num. I think it's literally num of lines. Oh, number of lines. It needs to be either a string, I think.
It's not auto completing it, which makes me think maybe I'm referencing the text area wrong because I know React has like slightly
it
weird
should
handling
be.
of those sometimes. But yeah, Dave, for your question, I'm thinking like up to like 300 characters feels it's something.
Yeah.
Like tweet,
I
tweet
mean,
and a half.
we'll worry about it later.
Maybe I'm thinking of React Native. Maybe there isn't a number of lines.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had that like auto resize text area thing. It had one of those.
Right.
There was, I think text areas do have.
Text area auto
Rows.
size, min rows.
We have
Yeah.
rows and columns.
But that's a auto sizing one.
Yeah. We don't technically need the resizing unless we just set min and max to
No.
the same. Then it would
I don't think
not
so.
Oh, it's just rows. I just put rows.
Yeah, rows.
No.
Did we have a description anywhere yet?
This group name though might be undefined and not re-rendering potentially. Yeah, it's undefined.
Where does instance come from?
Instance data right above it.
It's from query.
Yeah, it's a GraphQL.
Prompty.
Is this a memo situation?
You getting the first instance of Prompty instances?
Yep. And then this is what that query looks like. So it's fetching by ID.
Oh, and it returns an array?
Yep. It'll probably always have either 0 or 1 element though. So it doesn't need to be an array.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I guess check the network request, see if it's coming back with data. I think it's getting 1. You got to filter by XHR or fetch. Yeah, right there, the very last one. And name, yeah, it should be there. Prompting instance. Well, what I would, I guess you want to assign it. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it looks right to me. And it's still undefined if you look at the console log. Yes,
Yeah,
it's always undefined.
how strange.
Well, it's probably because it's not query.data.
Oh,
Can you console log query?
but I think we're using this elsewhere. Like, yeah, instance data.name here
Oh,
in
it
the
is
settings
working
panel.
there.
Yeah, so it's,
Oh.
I feel like it's something to do with the timing of it, maybe.
Well,
Can we make, well, I could try to have this group name value come from.
you can't change it. If you do that, you won't be able to change it.
Oh, yeah,
You can't do that.
would be stuck. Yeah.
You might have to call as a use effect. Yeah, it might. For some reason, I feel like it should reinitialize the state variable if the variable changes. But yeah, just call set, which is a group name, and then just call instance, but put instance question mark name in the in there dependency array.
Now it's happy.
Probably need to do the same thing for description.
But we technically don't have that field yet, so I'll just leave that. Yeah. We'll say there's much less anxiety I have when I could just like stick elements together and not worry about styling them. Get them onto the page. Our save button. I don't think we can wire this up yet because we don't have update settings in here yet, so that'll be for later. Yeah, responders. Cool. Let's wire up. That works. Great. We have some URL routing stuff to clean up too. This ID. Prompt in here. Cool. That works. Where to next?
See,
Yep, that button needs to get fixed too.
can tie that in.
Oh, it's funny. Like some Z index flashing when I hover over the wallet button. Wallet connect button. So I think we still gotta at some point look at the redirection flow and have it be deterministic based on the graph data and not like assumptions about the chain. Could get that in now, but since we're going to be potentially redoing the contract stuff, it might make more sense then.
What else is there? That's all fine. Empty state is not really a big deal. I think that's it.
Might be.
Like, so like saving the changes on settings.
Yeah, so we don't have like the contract functions to accept that yet. But
So-
it'll be like a transaction that we load up to the save button.
Okay, so we just have to clean up this and then create. Yeah, I don't know. You don't really need to add in an avatar necessarily.
Yeah. We could get the like redirection flow ironed out. Could be a thing. because it doesn't require any contract changes. It's just changing how we listen to the response from the contract and await the changes in the graph to appear before redirecting.
Sure.
And
There's some stuff. Actually, click your name. On these now, they can be.
they might need the context of the instance.
Yeah, it's not really important yet. It's the only other surface that we have. Yeah, there's going to be. Yeah, I don't know. We'll run into this stuff later.
Yep.
We can just do it as we go. There's always something.
Indeed. Oh, I guess. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Clicking on one of these doesn't know what group
Yeah,
to take it to, but it does know the prompt ID. That's hilarious.
So I figured there was something in there because
Yeah.
we planned it on non-instance.
Let's see.
It'd probably be the very top A right there. Instance string.
Right, but I think what's happening is we're passing in an undefined to even get to this page. So it might be the A that's being generated on the author page.
Okay, passing in instance and instance ID undefined.
Or passing in prompt response. Oh, it could be the prompt response object then. No, it's a prompt. So maybe this prompt object doesn't have the instance ID on it.
But you have responses, you have prompts, but you probably on the prompt and responses there.
Instance ID.
Yeah, but you need to pull ID out of there. So you make another sub object. Yeah, perfect. There.
And
Same thing
on
probably in responses, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
He's probably needs to be inside a prompt, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're passing that into the prompt object. Oh, and I guess
You pulled it out of instance. That's what I was like. It's expected as a query parameter, but if you're passing in prompt, then just pull it out of prompt. So do prompt dot instance dot ID. I think.
I think so. Is this typed? Might not have instance in here.
Yeah, you're missing the prompt instance, prompty instance. You probably want to type a prompty instance. So instead, do it here and do export type. Yeah, prompt. Well, it probably needs. I guess you could do a type as well. I don't quite know what's on it besides ID. Yeah, I guess those.
Yeah, just these right here. Allowed responders will be an array of objects with just the wallet address in them. I think.
It's string array. That's right.
I don't know that it's a string array.
Well, it's a wallet.
Oh, technically,
it's not going to be a string array. It's a wallet. It's a typed thing, an entity. So if it's a wallet,
Yeah.
it'll probably be a wallet object. It's right there. It's ID, prompts, and responses. Oh my god! So it's kind of cyclical a little bit. So I would probably just type the ID. I guess you probably want to make another type called wallet. No,
okay.
like export. Yeah, export type. And then you're gonna have an ID, and then you're gonna have prompts, which are gonna be an array of prompt type. Yeah, and then responses is gonna be an array of prompt response types. Yeah.
And then this.
And then the allowed responses will be a wallet array instead of a string array. Yeah.
Okay, and then
So now if we go
where's
back
prompted?
to the thing,
Uh,
so prompt type should now update now, I think. Well, you don't really need to import it. It should derive it from prompt type.
mm-hmm.
Don't know why it's not though.
Well, technically, we don't have it on here yet, though.
Oh, you're right. You're right. So you got to do a prompt, and that's probably going to be a prompt instance or a prompty instance.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Now it should.
Mhm.
That just needs to be ID now. Oh, yeah. Well, you can do two things. You can either do dot ID and then assign it to instance ID, or just pull instance ID out of that array, out of that object. So on line 11, right after const and then open semicolon ID colon instance ID. Probably just assign it, yeah, like that. Perfect. Yeah, that'll be easy. Easier. Now I think it should work. Well. Oh, it's because it's being fetched. So you probably do want a question mark on that prompt. But it is removing it. Oh, because it's if it's short circuits with undefined. What?
The object that is passed in could be undefined.
No. So prompt should exist, but so you want, oh, that's right. You want a default instance to an object. So remove that, yeah, remove that question mark. And then you want to default this line to an object, to an empty object. Yeah, that should fix this issue. But it's still getting an undefined prompt ID.
Yeah.
Are you passing it down? Oh no, it's right there. Instance string group, instance string.
We log it.
Yeah. We'll probably just log prompt, honestly. There's no instance. Well, wherever you're using, so up, it should be there. Prompts.
Also,
Oh, because
possible we
you're
have to
going
run.
wallet up. Oh, it's because you're doing wallet.prompt. So go up to the go back to where you just now. So it's responses, and so you're going out of where's wallets coming from? Oh, it is already wallets.prompts.instance. Yeah, it should be there. Looks correct to
Let me
me.
run GraphQL code gen. I might need to finish updating the mappings. Breaking error. Okay. Have to fix that. That is working. Yes. And then let me just make sure that the unique instance is also right. So this one is trying to fetch from the URL, which is how I was doing it originally. Should we have the component? I guess
So go back one. Which one is it? Which one we're talking about?
this is the one that's coming from instance ID index right here, which I think we could just add in the instance object into this query and we'll have it. But right now it's passing in, I think, this object and it doesn't have.
Oh yeah, I would probably just conform it to the type. So just pull instance out of there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Still. Oh, okay. This object is actually a little bit different because it's the parent object with prompts within it, and then we're mapping the prompts individually. So It should be here, I think. Instance ID. Instance ID. Yeah.
And you're
Missing in type.
where are you importing prompt type from?
Looks like the actual types.
And it's getting query from the use latest prompts from group query.
Yeah. Which is just an auto-generated helper from this one. Now we are pulling instance ID out of the URL here too.
Right.
But that's fine because that's how they got here in the first place, and that's what populates this, which is what's passed into the query. And then
But this prompt component is the same prompt component as the other one, right?
should be, yep, we have our logs here.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Possible I'm running an old version.
Well, I guess can you hover over query and see what it's inferring that type to be?
Yeah. This one.
Yeah, over the actual query object, the variable.
Yeah, it's not.
What does it think it is? It has no idea.
Well, it has no idea about anything right now. I think it crashed. Here we go.
That's just an any. So maybe on line 45, what does it think instance data is? On line 45, what does it think instance data is? It thinks it is a read-only prompt instance. So, because it returns prompt, and so prompt, it thinks it's a prompt. Oh, try doing, so on line, and what does it think P is on line 58? Prompt type. That's right. I wonder why. Well, what's it complaining about? I think it's because we have a clash between the queries prompt type and the one we defined. I wonder why we're even redefining the prompt instances, prompt types, if we could just use the ones that come back from query.
No, right, that wouldn't work, of course.
Prompts.map.
That.
So this page is that group page that we were just looking at, right?
Instance ID index. Yep.
Yeah, so it's this one.
So I mean, it is working.
But what is right? It is working. I think the issue is that it's a prompt. It's a type mismatch. So you're trying to cast prompt type to the read only ones that comes from that use latest prompt. There's a generated one that comes from GraphQL, and there's the one that you wrote, and there's some sort of a mismatch there.
I see. Can we cast it explicitly?
Yeah, you can probably just TS ignore this error. It would probably up above though, like right above that line, yeah. And you probably need to do it inside of the curly brackets. No, I meant the TS ignore. Or maybe that too, actually. That might actually work as well. Yeah.
Nice. So let's go to here, go to the author, make it all the way back. Very nice. Nope, I'm not having the broken link.
You go into prompt 1 for some reason.
Yeah, it's just missing the group in here. Prompt response probably in here. Author prompt. Yep. Well, assuming that we have the prompt object, and that'll have the instance data on here. So let's try that.
You have the response object. It might, do instance.id in there. You probably want to do a question mark on that last one. Yeah, I think it should pass it through, right? Did we? I assume it does, yeah.
Working. What? I could have sworn I fixed that new prompt button, but I think we have multiple.
Just search for /create.
Yeah. Weird. Oh. No.
Yeah, right there. Right there. Oh, if it's connected, yeah. So you didn't fix the connected one. Oh, this is a new group. This is plus new group.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So this should just be group /create, which it probably was. So I am an idiot.
No, it's prompt create. Yeah.
Okay. I think the one we were looking for is different. Yeah. New. Oh, I see. So we're on the author page, and it thinks because we don't have an instance ID, it's offering us to create a group instead of a prompt, which does make sense. And now that actually goes to that URL. Granted, I'm not sure that button should exist on the author page, but it does work now.
Can any author create a group?
I think so.
I think at this
I feel
point,
like
if you can
create, the thing is, like, if you create a group on this page, it would almost be like this. You should be able to see this author's groups.
Yeah, I think we kill the group button from here. I mean, we may end up having something. Yeah, I think just the group button can just live on the root domain.
Yeah, keep it.
But you're right. Like the as soon as we start getting into the profile stuff, it starts. Like CJ and I got in there, and then we stopped short of just show prompts, show responses, because it starts becoming a social network. Which is great, but we'll run into it.
Scope, yes. What's the easiest way to? Good.
No, that's it.
What's the easiest way to filter out the specific button on the specific page? Like, my instinct is conditional on the URL, and that sounds extremely dangerous and terrible.
Well, if you're on the this is a layout, so I think that that might be the only way in this case. Because
or
this
like
is a
parameter, like a default parameter, like show new prompt button.
It should only be hidden on the author page, right? Yeah, I think the only way to really do that is if it's it includes, I think. It's .href, yeah.
Oh god, that works. New group button, new prompt button. Cool. And no button. Okay. Feeling good to wire up the subgraph redirect loop. We just do it the same style that we did in Daily Canvas. That feels like it would work.
Yeah, I only have about probably 10 more minutes because I have to go to another meeting.
Yeah, then it might take a little longer than that, especially with all the transaction testing. So we can leave that for next time.
Cool. Well, Jordan and I have stuff to noodle with. Let's see. That won't
Yeah,
take
what's
too
our quick
long.
recap?
Got some more components structured in. Settings page is a lot more complete. No, no.
You're probably just missing an import.
This is the weird one. Is like there's like this. Running GraphQL code gen looks at the code and generates more code, and then but you have to make sure that you update like what it generated. It's like you're not.
You probably renamed the Prompty instance by ID. You probably renamed it.
Yeah. Instance ID. Go. Index. Oh, settings. Use Prompty instance by ID query.
That's right. But are you supposed to be importing it from subgraph? Is that correct?
Yep. Just run a quick build to make sure. I think same issue as before, so we can just ignore this one as well.
Yeah. But I feel like it was already TS ignored. Isn't this where we changed it last time, or is that a different file?
I think it was a different file.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's here.
Oh, okay.
Let me fix this error as well. It's saying we should be using link, which we probably should be. I think which we get from React router.
And next slash link. Well, link would be a capital L, yeah.
Yep.
And I think it might just be a top level component, not a destructure component. But it could be wrong.
Oops.
Yeah, you
That's
import
right.
link just top level.
Mm-hmm.
Don't destructure it. Yeah. And you want to add href. That's right. You can put your anchor tag inside of there if you want to. Just remove the href and the anchor tag.
How do you mean?
You just put an anchor tag inside of there. Just move that anchor tag down one line. The line 36, the a tag. You can just move it inside of the as a child of link, but remove href on it.
So that'll give its. Oh, okay. So it's fine with that. It just doesn't want href links.
I don't really know what the difference is, but
Yep.
but you have that listed nested inside of a button.
Yeah. Which the link should be outside the button.
Yeah, I think so.
Don't need the button at all.
I don't
probably.
think you might. Yeah, you might not even need the button at all. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could just be a div. I think that's for styling purposes to make it look like a button.
Yeah, we'll
I think you do it because
figure
it's
all that out.
yeah, just a styling thing.
Okay. I think there might have been one more instance of this. Oh, I think we've got them. is in tight. Oh. These pups are very cute. Very, very cute.
Bernard in there with you?
Yeah.
When I don't see him for a long time, I just assume he's at your feet.
The snacks, they worked.
Yeah.
And we've got a Vercel instance. Look at that.
Nice.
So sounds like we have like a contract session coming up soon where we get like the description and stuff into there, the settings updating. We loop back to the transaction confirm and redirect on the React side, the styling, which I'd be totally down to watch you all jam on that, but if you want to do it async, that's cool too.
I think we can do a session. It won't take that long. Let's see. My date, I'm like tomorrow. Yeah. I got coaching, and then I'd have to do like evening tomorrow.
I'm down.
I feel like CJ and Nancy and I might be doing some stuff in the evening. We're still kind of like tentative, but if y'all record it,
Yeah, and it would be like I guess my time like 6-ish, which would be like what is 4 your time?
oh yeah, maybe.
I mean, either way, like it's up to you, Jordan. I mean, then we can just
But
record
Dave,
it.
I am absolutely open. Just drop whatever's best for you, and I can make it work.
All right. Let's do tentative 6. I've got like a pretty busy day tomorrow.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'll be zombied out, but this
That's what I was
stuff
gonna
is fairly
say.
easy.
Okay,
It's
cool.
easy
Yeah,
though.
that's-
Like I think
Alright.
we can jam through it.
Alright, cool.
So yeah, let's say 6.
How much
CST.
time do you think you're like you said it's not a lot, Dave?
I don't know. Like we may want to talk it out and like sort of figure out what we're doing. There might be some top level stuff, but I can't see it taking more than an hour. We may get into some hairy stuff with the like allow list control, but I don't. I think it's good to go. Like
I feel like it's
Yeah.
contained.
I mean, we're styling a form.
How hard are you gonna be?
Exactly.
Not our first time, right, Dave?
Mhm. You never know. So yeah. Cool. All right. Well, anybody can show up if they want. If not, we'll have it recorded. Cool.
Rad.
Home stretch. Sweet.
Yeah.
I'll just keep saying home stretch after every.
I was gonna say what?
The last 10%, 90% of the
Always
time.
how it
Always
is.
the home
Yeah.
stretch.
Home stretch, the next phase.
Mm-hmm. Home stretch until the next home stretch.
Okay, cool. So we've got squawk later today. Tentative design sesh tomorrow at 6 Central. And then we've also got tentative build sesh Friday at our usual time. Cool.
Great.
All right.
I just moved the Notion stuff. I'm doing some, I don't know, housekeeping is what people always say when they're doing admin work. I'm doing
Yeah.
housekeeping. So if things are like broken, that's why. I'll clean it up.
Ooh, relational innovation.
Okay.
Lab.
Yeah, it's from an older. Yeah, I'm gonna rename stuff because there's some interesting notes in there about org design, and also it's like a higher level thing, so it's not in my kpaxel
Mhm.
directory. Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't know what I'm doing right now, but I'm trying to clean it up.
Oh, good.
Cool.
Sweet. Thanks for driving, John.
No problem.
Yeah,
Thanks for the help, Arthur.
Good to see you,
Yeah.
Arthur.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Cool. See you guys later.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
See you, John.
Yeah.